What's up, YouTube? It's Mike, Sticks and Seams. You get a rare face today. Actually on my way to the Spring Training Spectacular Card Show. This will be the 4th year in a row I'm going. They changed the venue. Worked out better for me. It's actually a bit closer to my home, so I'm on my way there now. Hopefully there's some good deals to be had. I'm not looking for anything in particular. I actually have a $100 budget that I want to stay within, so probably doing a lot of bargain box diving, to be honest with you, but that's going to be my goal for today. What can I take home for $100? And I'll do a video obviously and show that off, but looks like it's going to shape up to be a nice day. I'm trying to go early. My daughter has a musical for her school tonight and she hasn't been feeling that great, so we're just trying to get everything squared away so she can do that and go home and rest. So I'll try and shoot some footage of the show. I know I always say that and I do a terrible job at actually remembering to do all that, but we'll see. I'm going by myself, so I might not forget this time. So we'll talk to you guys later.
Alright fellas, this is the card show. It's hot as Hades in here. Not too many crazy deals, to be honest with you. Things are pretty pricey, but I'll do a recap when I get home. What's up, YouTube? It's Mike, Sticks and Seams. Hope everybody's doing well out there. Got a card show recap. Was able to hit up the Spring Training Spectacular show, typically held in Palmetto. They had a venue change this year. It was in Oldsmar, Florida, which is a bit closer to my house, so that worked out. With the venue change came a building change, obviously, and the building it was in at the flea market was not air conditioned, so that was kind of a bummer. But typical spread, a lot of the same dealers, unfortunately a lot of the same inventory. There was a mix though. I had a lot of Pokemon, a lot of soccer, I saw F1, so you know, good mix, pretty good crowd draw. It was getting busier as I left. It started at 9. I got there a little after, stayed for about an hour and 15, hour and 20 minutes. I did my kind of rounds several times throughout the show. Nothing was jumping out crazy to me. There were bargain boxes, but looked like the best bargain boxes were primarily football and basketball. The baseball was really few and far between. I did find one guy that had some alright stuff and I made a purchase from him. Nothing too crazy. Like I said, I had gone in with that budget, $100 budget, and stayed within that. I did spend it, but one really good purchase. The rest was kind of just like, you know, just nice stuff to have in the collection, trade bait, what have you, down the line. So I'm going to kind of hop into it and go pick up the first table I came to that I made a purchase at. The guy was really nice. He had a ton of stuff, but there was no rhyme or reason to it. He had the display cases out, but just stacks of cards in them, and they weren't sorted by player or anything, so you kind of had to do a lot of work. But I like those type of tables. I usually find some pretty good stuff. Unfortunately, this time not so much, but I did pick up this 90 Fleer Griffey, and I guess it is kind of a precursor to an image variation of sort, or this image was on the box. You had to cut it out. So the person who did all right job, but I can clean it up a little bit, and I'll put that in my binder for my Fleer run. And I rescued this card from 91 Fleer. Always liked it, but it's a black border, so you can imagine the condition sensitivity. And this one is very crispy, centered very well in addition to that. So I paid $3 for that, if we're gonna kind of count up to that 100. I got fleeced on that deal, but it was one of those instances where I'm at card shows, and if I'm talking to the dealer doing a lot of work on the table, I'm not gonna not purchase something. So I just made a small donation to that guy. Next table I came up to, guy was loaded with CSG slabs. I kind of talked to him about it. He had submitted up to 400 cards for a submission, and he only got 2 10s back. And he said a majority of his cards were graded an 8 or lower, and he was very upset. So I think he was moving them at a good deal just to kind of get them out of his sight. So I picked up the one Griffey he had. I have a bunch of these, but not in a CSG, so I figured why not. And the 89 Topps traded Griffey. And what he did is he threw this insert card in as well. I had one, but it was in good shape, so took that home. That was $30. Again, not the craziest deal out there, but figured I'd help that guy ease his pain a little bit. I'll save my best purchase for last. This is the table that had some of these better, kind of the better bargain stuff. And he was a nice dude as well, kind of talking through. I had talked through a bunch of the dealers when I was there at the show, and some of them were kind of just commenting on the same stuff. They're trying to buy out other dealers, but everybody's in it, so they kind of have to get big pricing. So not tremendous amount of stuff moving around that I saw at this show, but I did make a few purchases from him. I picked up this Gary Carter rookie. It's in nice shape. The centering's pretty good. It's probably about a 5, but picked that up. I picked up this, what is it, Topps 1960, I believe, Elston Howard. Just was in good shape. They had some nice vintage in that bargain box. I picked up this 57 Topps Frank Malzone from a Sox. And this 54 Bowman Johnny Pesky from a Pesky run. Using a Tigers uniform there. This was kind of the throw-in on that deal. And it's a Prism Mac Jones rookie. It's a SUC8. It's nothing crazy to write home about, but one of the kids at the local card shop really likes Mac Jones stuff, so I'm figuring I could probably just trade that for something I want later on. And the biggest deal came kind of courtesy of that. I know Mr. Fisher Bike, love that product, but 98 Pinnacle inside, they came in a can. This dealer had probably like 200 cans. Mixed sport, there was football that I saw and the baseball. I found a Griffey one, asked him the price, so I figured I'd dig around in his cases a little bit. He had nice stuff and it was reasonably priced, so I did locate this card, and I did not have a signature of this player, and I wanted one, so I took this one home, and it's from Ultimate. It's a Duke Schneider autograph game used card, numbered to 50, and I always like Upper Deck Ultimate product. Their cards are really kind of classy looking, and they display really well. So for this card and that Pinnacle can was $40. So that rounded out my $100, and by far that was my favorite purchase of the show. I believe I have a Gary Carter rookie, but if not, that one's a nice copy, and you know, I always get trade bait at least at some point down the line. So that is it. You be the judge, I guess. It's again, it was fun to go, but I've had more successful shows in the past. You can't win them all. The last two cards I want to show off are eBay pickups, because I'm getting on here about 7 minutes now, and it is 1998 Topps Finest Refractor of Ken Griffey Jr. What I didn't notice when I purchased it is that bluing that is common in those. It doesn't stand out as much in this because the color match is really good, but this will be a placeholder for me. But I got a really good deal on that, so I figured why not. And it was not picking up the shine. That card shines really well. And my favorite purchase was the 52 Burke Ross Dominic DiMaggio and SGC4. Aside from the top to bottom, it's a really, really nice card. The corners are crispy, color, everything looks good on it. I wanted an example from this set, and I figured why not. The Dom is affordable, and it's a Red Sox, so I win. That's the end. That's everything. So thank you for sticking around and listening to me and watching that, and hope everybody has a good week. Keep collecting.